Alrighty, so I wanted to start diving into some games, some shorter games. I finished up Wolfenstein 2 uh, this particular week of recordings. I was gonna start recording right after Wolfenstein 2, but I was like, I was kind of getting late for the day, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll start a new series on another day. So here I am in another day, trying to jump into something new and pretty much like I don't know what to expect kind of thing. But yeah, welcome to a Let's Play of Lacuna. I have no clue what this game is about. I have not seen any Let's Plays. I didn't see any trailer, I don't think. I've only seen like screenshots here and there. I can't remember where I got it, but I think I got it from probably another Humble Bundle thing, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the case. Or I might have bought it on sale. There's a lot of times where I will just get something from a bundle or get something from the sale or something. But ultimately, this game was pretty short, about 6 hours from what I've looked up for how long to beat. I'm looking to play a bunch of games in like a 10-hour range, lower or higher depending on what it is. Because I kind of want to try them out. I just feel like there's a time where I'm like, there's this time where I'm like, I want to finish up a bunch of games in a quick succession, as in like just trying to play around with a bunch of games that are like short enough to just finish in probably less than a month or something like that for me, because I do record these in weekly chunks and stuff like that. So we'll see. You'll see a bit more shorter series games for about 5 games. I'm trying to aim to about finish 5 different games with like this particular length of 10 hours or less than 10 hours. So that will be kind of the plan here at this point. But yeah, let's jump into Lacuna. I have no clue what to expect. I have nothing on the developers, nothing on the publishers of this game. I just know that it's just a game that's like a point and click maybe, and there's voiceovers here, based on the settings. They say that the thing video is just whatever this is. I have no clue. I'm not gonna change anything except for audio. Music has been turned down all the way, due to copyright music, but I left it down, meaning that it's slightly there still, but I never know, I just tried my best to keep it like lower, on the lower end, even though music is a very big influence to games. Usually it's just copyright is not a fun game to play around with. But let's start it. Alrighty. Oh, it's taking a bit. I don't know why it took a little bit to load up. Your progress is saved automatically at certain points of the game throughout the game. However, since the previous save point will be lost when you quit, you cannot manually save the game or load a previous save. There is no going back. Wow. I read the first chunk terribly, but excuse my speaking there. Assemble Entertainment presents. Anything? I feel like usually when you have it like lengthy, it feels like holding it up for credits is weird. A Digitales game. Like when you do the logos, don't put them too far off unless it's like a real movie kind of thing. But we're just seeing pixels. That's what I'd say. Drovia Sector 2, 1800 something. I couldn't catch the date and time. All right, so 80 to walk. What is these icons? Outline mode, investigation, keypad. So this is more like an investigation game. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, nothing there. What is this? Oh, jeez, it's a menu. It's a tablet menu. Ghara, I believe that's a country's name, or might be a planet name. New Joran, pulse is 90, 4 steps. I just took 4 steps only. Yeah, I went back and forth like a few times. Home Plus. Okay. News, nothing. I can't click on anything yet. Alright. Okay. I wanted to know what it is in terms of like how it saves. Settings menu. Okay, cool. Let's go. No clue what to expect here. Can we sit down? Oh, darn. Can't sit down. Alright, well, very slow pacing so far. WASD, that's a staircase. That looks nothing like a staircase. It looks like a bunch of stacks of sandbags stacked upon it. I don't know. Nobody says anything. Alright. I guess we'll just do whatever. I'm still not sure what outline mode is, but can we run? Oh, we can run. Okay, cool. Now the question is, can I... Okay, it doesn't let me go left and right down. Yeah, I know how to run. I just literally ran because that was instinctually in my head that I was going to run. View Sector 2. Okay. It's a very... naturey space, I wonder. Mira, over here! Sorry, I was not anticipating. Wait, but then they said there was voiceovers. Where's the voiceover, game? Okay, I guess I'm reading it. I thought I was gonna let somebody... The bottom icon on the... no, sorry. The icon on the bottom right indicates that you can move on with the dialogue by pressing E or left click. Hold E to dismiss tutorial. I thought there was a real voiceover. I guess there was no voiceover. I guess I was fooled. Hey, what's up? Oh, wait, this is Noah and then Mira's... Okay. Sorry, I had to figure out characters because sometimes I'm not really sure what's going on. Hey, Noah. Long time no see. Yeah, it's been a while. I heard that a ship with new people arrived last night. I had a feeling you might be in there. How was your journey through space? It sucked. It felt like I was buried alive with my parents. You're headed downstairs, right? I'll come with you. So, how's life on Drovia? I didn't really like it at first. That's not much going on here yet. Hard to imagine it's going to be like New Duran one day. But when you think about it, it's actually pretty cool. What is? Making history and stuff, conquering a foreign planet, building the first ever Savient colony. Isn't that exciting? I don't know. I feel like I've seen most of this place already. Well, you're still building it. They're still building it. But, by the way, where do you live? Our apartment is on floor -8, near the stairs up to the common area. No way! You got one of those fancy apartments? I mean, ours are right too. I think it's because of my parents' job. All the scientists are in that area. Oh, anyway, I've got to get back home. Recess is almost over. Maybe you can show me around sometimes. Actually, before you go, there's something I want to show you. Can it wait till this afternoon? I don't want to be late. Who cares? Come on, it's really cool. Today's my first day of school here. I don't want to make a bad impression on my first day. What do you want to show me? You'll see. Oh, jeez. What is this? Oh, we got dialogue choices. Okay. Use 80 or E. Use 80 and E. 1, 2, 3, or left click to select the dialogue option. Later choices will be on a timer, which can be disabled in the setting. Okay, so there's going to be this Telltale game style storytelling thing with the dialogue choices. I'm wondering if this dictates... Yeah, there's two things I'm thinking about. I'm wondering if this is going to dictate how the story will go, or if it's just an illusion of choice. Because an illusion of choice means that whatever I choose is not going to change the actions anyways, because the action is going to happen anyways. And if there's actually repercussions and stuff like that, then I'm kind of curious if there's multiple endings for this game. I'm hoping to know if there's going to be multiple endings, but I don't know really. We're just starting off with an option that really seems very important already. You'll see it won't take long. I don't think so. I mean, I don't know how close these two are. This is the hard part, is assuming that we know Noah that well already. I have no clue what to indicate if he's a person who is always like showing us new things and we follow that as our character of Mira, or if we are just as a player just say, hey, we'll explore it, I guess, kind of thing. Sticking to the character by nature, I think no. Sorry, I really don't have time. You can show me later, okay? Don't be such a drag. I really have to go. I'm sorry, I really have to go. Fine, your loss. Let's meet again later, okay? My parents got me a new cell. You wanna connect? Sure. Alright, I'll message you when school's over. Jeez, that was a weird sound. Oh, I skipped the dialogue. I didn't see that. See you. I'm guessing she probably said, "See you around" or something like that. See you later. See you later, Mira. Press C to check the cell icon on the bottom left to open the cell. Or click, sorry. Press C or click the cell icon on the bottom left to open the cell. Okay, so we did click into that by chance. Walk home. This is your cell's home tab. It shows your current objective down in the bottom left. Every conversation you have logged in this tab to help you keep track of who said what. I mean, if it's an investigation game, I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I get to see what's at the last part of it. See you later. Yeah. So she did say see you later. Alright. Talk to you later. Okay, let's see what's over here. I'm actually not sure if they... I don't think they presented a map. Yeah, there's no map in this game at all. Okay, so that blocks my way. Let's see what's on the other side here, out of curiosity. Sector 2 downstairs. I am not going downstairs. I can't tell what the sign says. It says restricted area, I think it says. I'm guessing that's where he would have taken me, I guess, to some degree. But it makes me wonder, can I explore this place on my own? Okay, no, it doesn't let me go further that way. It actually has like a invisible path, apparently. Or maybe not, I don't know. I couldn't tell. Yeah, it's not letting me go further from there. Okay, yeah, never mind. Interact for E, okay. The question is, where do I go to... Oh, actually, no, when I went upstairs, I came up from the upstairs, meaning that we don't need to go back up, because going back up doesn't go anywhere anyways, I think. Alright, here we go. Yeah, because I remember the upstairs had, like, just a dead end. Okay, so we're getting into our credits again. I didn't realize they actually took a break from the credits just to show credits later. Honestly, the pixel art is pretty good, I think. Even though there's some things that feels a little bit hard to read, it's still good to go, I think. Good to kind of get through. But I wonder if... Oh, it makes me wonder. So if I said yes to it, would the credits still show up, or would it be a little different? I'm curious. Kind of curious. There we go. That was weird that they closed up, I guess. Sector 2. Oxybar. DE. We know the drill. Kind of looking at the advertisements because they're very interesting, because they're animated. It really does bring me back to like the old school games. Like I try to get into. I haven't really got. I lost it because I don't have my first desktop anymore, and I couldn't access the hard drive from my first desktop, or I couldn't access one half of my hard drive rather, the one that had the games that I was emulating a little bit. I was emulating one game in particular only, and that was I think was Police Knots, I think. Or was it? No, it's the Snatcher. Snatcher, there we go. Snatcher was actually something I wanted to play for myself because I really wanted to know why, or what started off in Kojima's sort of list of games. And that one had a lot of like cool pixel art style things. I think that one was more 16-bit. This one is like a bit about there, I think, maybe. I might be wrong. I'm not too familiar with the pixel art styles or history at all, but it makes me genuinely curious on how to tell deeply if it's 16 or 8-bit or 32-bit maybe. Oxybar. Banana, apple, wild fruit, blue ice. What's your flavor? Okay, I see. It's just an advertisement trying to get people to buy the drink. MC Dons. I think that's an N. Might be might be an H, might be a W. Let me think. No, I wanted to do something. I forget what I wanted to do. Shoot. Yeah, whatever. I'll get back to it eventually. I'll remember it somehow. A shipment of Karshi green caramel bars just arrived. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't read that fast enough. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the settings. I want to see why the audio is not letting voiceover titles, monologue subtitles on and off. Voiceover's only in EN. Yeah, it is. I'm on EN. Speech volume here, but they say monologue. Oh, maybe it's like the audio logs, I guess, maybe, and that's the only ones you get to have audio for it. That is kind of interesting that is the case, if they are choosing to keep the thing the way it is. But also it makes me wonder, Lacuna is like what? The Lacuna logo has a guy, a detective, right? Who is Mira in that particular standpoint, I wonder? No way! You have deep-fried topa fish? Damn right we do. Only place on Drovia to serve it. You just arrived, huh? Yeah, it's my first day here. I'm so happy you served topa. It was my favorite dish back home. So, want some? Sorry, I'm in a hurry. School's about to start, but I'll be back this afternoon. Alright. So, something about topa. I'm gonna keep notes of this, because I'm kind of curious if something's gonna happen to Mira that triggers a detective to kind of be investigating her sort of like... to investigate sort of like her disappearance or her death or something like that, maybe. But we'll see. I mean, when I'm thinking about detective games, I'm just like, maybe we're gonna see something crazy happen. Is this a train? Something happened? Get on the computer. Oh, there's a new objective, that's why. Okay. Oh, that's going downstairs to talk. I mean... Oh, wait. This is our school? Is in our bedroom? That's so weird, though. Alright. Welcome to today's second lesson. I hope you all had a nice break. This morning, I walked you through our learning platform and showed you the curriculum for this year. You'll be taught about the same topics as you would back home. Today, we're going to go over some basic facts about our solar system. This won't be news to most of you, but I want to make sure we all are on the same page. I already know all this stuff. Can I just skip this lesson and come back later? No, I haven't even told you what exactly we're going to talk about. Let me just ask my dad. I'm sure he'll write me a note. Classes are mandatory for everyone, even if for the son of our chief of security. I'm sure he'll agree with me. You were all given a map to the solar system as part of your school package. I can see that some of you have already put it up on the wall. Very nice. Please take a moment to double check if it's there. You may need it for your next assignment. Press spacebar to toggle your AR module investigation mode. Once active, it will highlight nearby objects for you to examine. I didn't realize this was a clickable. Toggle the right wing tab and the left. Oh no, not wing. I read using as wing for some reason. Toggle it to the right using tab and to the left using shift. That is a weird control, I guess. Then investigate by pressing E or left click. Once the note... Please note that you cannot interact with anyone or anything if in investigation mode. Okay. So, press spacebar, and we can left click on it. I'm guessing this is the map for the to the underground home section. I mean, that's what she said, right? She said that Mira said that this is where she lives now with her parents, and only certain people can have it. What is that? Hey, sweetie, we just missed you. Have fun in class. We will be back this afternoon, Mom. Okay. I want to see what's downstairs. Can I? Shoot, I can't. Okay, what is this? Ghara, Drovia, and New Joran. So I'm guessing this is sort of like the idea that each planet is connected in the solar system. Nothing similar to Earth, of course, it looked like, but totally could be interesting to know how humans came to be in this particular place, I guess. Drovia is where we're at, right? Why is there a question mark? I'm wondering why this is... Oh, maybe the question mark is based on the... Yeah, the UI here. Map of the 6 and their moons. 6? What do you mean by the 6? Okay. Looks like all you... Oh, damn it. Looks like you all have the poster. I'll help you solve the task I'm about to give you. I'll also have another resource for you, an excerpt from a recent news article. I'm sending you both the sheet and the article now. Jeez. Open your cell and check your news and sheets tabs. Submit the sheet once you think you've got it. From time to time, sheet opened the solar system. Okay. From time to time, it can be useful to stop and think for a while. Some benches, sofas, chairs offer a place to sit down, take out your cell, and go over everything you know so far. So how does that work, I wonder? I'm really wondering. Okay, so... whenever you receive a news article, it is stored to this tab. Select it to view the latest news. The little bouncing icon indicates... Oh, it's a... I like how they're calling it a bounce icon. Indicates new cell content you haven't seen yet. I mean, that's kind of a given, isn't it? Sheets are added to this tab of your cell. Select the correct answers to fill the gaps. When the sheet is due, a submit button appears at the bottom. You only have one shot at getting it right. Arg. Damn it. Why? Why do we have to live with this one-time chance only? I like the bouncy icon, though. It's very cute. It's a very, it's almost like, I'm trying to think like either an 8-ball thing where you shake and the thing just rolls in, or like just like you're eating it, you're just shaking the plate of gelatin and it's just like bouncing up and down with it. Sorry, I just get used to seeing those kind of weird things sometimes. Lithium will pass the torch. This is gonna be a lot of reading, isn't it? I'm probably gonna pause and read and let you guys read this through. I don't think this is anything too much besides world building. Typically, I just skim through it. I don't say that it's a bad thing. It's just usually I get too much. It takes me too much time to read through something, and then I'll like feel like it's just too much. I don't know really if how much reading there is in this game at the very least. Like in terms of like the excerpts, these are like excerpts to me or news to me. I've played through many games that have news, and they're oftentimes a world building tactic to help the player understand what this world is like. But sometimes it is actually important, like the sheets thing where it's like a quiz you have to do. It's really hard to say for sure in this particular case because I have no clue until I do the sheets to see if it is the case. For almost 40 centuries, okay. Lithium ion, thallium, Telenium, I think it's called. Telenium. I'm just looking at the highlight words, of course. Energy. Of course, in my background of knowing lithium, I think that, or my limited knowledge of lithium, usually lithium is a material for batteries. So I'm guessing telenium is actually I'm not sure it's a fictional chemical, a fictional chemical metal that's used to store energy, I guess, maybe? Yeah, it's a fictional metal, it looks like. Talonium is only discovered in the crust of Drovia last year. Gold Rush, two very different factions. So there's Planetary War, I think, maybe? Alright, let's see what the sheets say. The solar system. Solar system. 1801, January 4th. Not sure why we have a weirdly different year line, 1801. The first colony outside of Ghara, the cradle of humanity, was built in 1608. It was a small science base on Milion, one of the planet's 3 moons. Fast forward to today, humanity has conquered most of the solar system. The colonization of Drovia started only about a year ago. Savians from... we have to decide what that thing is. So we do need to read the news article to figure out what the sheets wants us to answer. The closest planet of Drovia have now established their own colony or new home, Sector 2 on Drovia. This one not only gives us Savians our very own notion, but also access to one of the world's most sought out after resource, which is Talonium, I believe, because that's the one resource that we're talking a lot about. The price of rocketed since over the last year. I wonder if it changes. Okay, no, it doesn't change back to things. Okay. So we really are just, like, literally doing a quiz based on an article here. Yeah, they said that the Talavia is discovered on Drovia. Savians from so-and-so. Gold Rush, which we haven't seen since Ghara, and a group of Savians migrants from New Joran. Okay, that's easier to remember that one. New Joran. There we go. And then the first colony outside of so-and-so, the cradle of humanity, was built in 1608. I don't think this would ever tell you that, would it? 4 centuries was the be end all. I think it would be the second paragraph. The second paragraph seems to be the thing. I don't know what information would I know that kind of dictates the first part for this particular first colony. I guess the first colony outside of Ghara, because that was mentioned in the article, right? So that should be the case. So I think this is the 3, right? It seems like the case. This not only gives us the Savians for the access to one of the world's most sought after resources. Due to the technological innovations, the price of blah has skyrocketed last year. Did it skyrocket in this one? It doesn't say skyrocketed, did it? Oh, it says sudden rise of... Okay, cool. Yeah, let's submit it then. Yes. If I made it wrong, I don't really matter. It doesn't really matter for me much. Alright, Mira. I received your sheet. Let's go over it. The first answer is correct. Humanity originated on Ghara and settled the other planets from there. Actually, I'm realizing this actually makes sense to teach the player how the world works in this game, but I think it takes too much effort for a player to kind of come together to figure out. I think it's this kind of game immediately to me. I think does a really good job for people who like loves reading books and kind of getting into the world sense. And mixing it in with visuals and stuff like that. But it's going to be hard for an average player who probably doesn't want to read too much. For me, I think it depends. Like, if you have a good balance, then it would be nice. But I don't think in this scenario that a person who would want to not read will enjoy this game as much, judging from what I'm seeing so far. But I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just saying that that's what the audience would look forward to, I think. Or somebody has to read it for them, I guess. And that's why I think in my head that voiceovers would be nice to hear the teacher speaking instead of my speaking. And you can just half listen and half look at something else in the meantime. Let's look at the second question. This was an easy one, wasn't it? It's Savians from New Joran that created their own colony on Drovia. Now, for the last question. That's right. We are mining talonium on Drovia. It's a very valuable resource nowadays. Good job, Mira. Looks like you have a grasp of this topic. Whoa. Let's move on to the next... Hold on. What was that? Connection closed. I'm having goosebumps, even though it's just... The planet is just shaking from whatever. Call interrupted due to an emergency structural breach detected. Please relocate to the closest safe room as quickly as possible. They will be locked down in 60 seconds. Emergency exit plans have been distributed to all living units. Wait, what? Oh, crap. Oh. Wait, what am I supposed to do? It says run. I am running. I don't get it. None of this makes any sense. I think it was upstairs, right? Or downstairs, actually. It was downstairs. I don't even know where the downstairs... Oh, there's the downstairs. I barely know what was downstairs. It's on the 3rd floor, I believe. Help! Anyone, please! Hey, girl, please help me. The door's stuck. Noah! Mira, come on. We've got to hurry. But she... Please, just grab the door and pull. Oh, what? No. It's working. Please don't let go. Oh, thank you so much. This way. 40 seconds until lockdown. I believe it's this way. Yeah. Everyone's running in the right direction, I believe. 30 seconds until lockdown. We're following this lady, I guess. Yeah, this is the safe zone. Why did the other guy run downstairs, though? I just realized. Mira, thank God you made it. Noah, what's going on? Have you seen my parents? No, Whoa, that person... Whoa. What? What is this? What the hell happened? I was just having a peaceful time learning the game. Lacuna. Wow. Okay, that was pretty intense. It started off very, very slow.
Even after 10 years, meeting your ex still feels kind of strange. Or maybe it doesn't if you don't still have feelings for her. And maybe it doesn't if the whole world isn't on the brink of war. I don't even know why I agreed to see Kat that day. My thoughts were still lingering on my work. My unit was responsible for the safety of one of the most important visitors Ghara had seen in a long time. Joseph Banny, Foreign Minister of Drovia. Whatever came of his negotiations with our president could make or break the relationship between our planets for generations to come. Yet here I was, fighting with my ex about how often I should call my daughter, pretending that it mattered.
Skygazer Bistro. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, weren't we some sort of dude that like, because the logo the logo presents a detective guy. So I was thinking, why not a detective guy as like our main character? But I guess that was an intro just to present the sort of world building a little bit, but also to give us a tutorial, I guess. It is kind of an interesting trade to say that it's a different character that we're playing instead of playing the detective guy up front, but I guess they want something impressive to make the player engaged and hooked, I guess. Alright, anyways, let's talk. Let's do this. I mean, I didn't realize... I was like, the monologue was nice, but honestly, why was it in a chunk of the screen? I was like, why is it just filling half the screen? It should be all of it, right? Whatever. Anyways. Neil? Did you hear what I said? Sorry, I got distracted for a second. Were you listening to the radio? I'm sorry, Kat. They were talking about Banny. This whole thing was really put me on edge. You haven't changed a bit. You know how important it is this time. Yeah, that's what you said every time. Let's get back to Laura. That's why we're here, right? I don't know what else to say. You never visit her. You don't even call her back. You're being unfair. I watched that awful movie with her that you didn't want to see. Okay, I feel like that sounded weird a little bit. You're being unfair. I watched the whole darn movie with her during that time that you weren't there. There we go. That sounds a bit better. In my head. Come on, that was over a month ago. And you've barely responded to her messages ever since. I don't understand how you can treat her like that. She deserves better. Honestly, I don't like spending time at our old place. What? Why? Lie? Oh, well, I'm gonna be truthful, at least. It reminds me of our little life together, or our life together, I guess. Honestly, I don't know too much about Neo. Don't give me options when I have barely got to know Neo. Unless it is really free of choice. But the problem is, like, I think I've started realizing, like, not just from this game, but like other narrative games, that they don't give you enough substance to understand your character's choice. Like in RPGs, you create the character from scratch, but at least you have like control over how their backgrounds are. Here, they already have a background written out, so I think that a choice is harder to make unless it's a choice that's being made in a way that's very impactful to the story. But it's hard to know. That's the problem. Like, we barely got to know who Neil is so far. It reminds me of our life together, I guess. You never seem to care much about much at that time. You keep telling yourself that, Kat. Sure, I'm telling myself that. You were never home. I was starting out at the CDI. None of us were ever home. Whatever. We've been having this discussion for a decade. Laura's a teenager now, and it would be good for her if she had a second parent to talk to. And good for me, frankly. And good for me, frankly. I don't get what that means. Look, I'll try to do better. Great. Why don't you go up to her and right now then? She's home, and I won't be bothering you. I have an appointment. Sure, I guess. Yeah, alright. Really? Laura will be delighted. I have to go now. It was good seeing you. You too.
As I started walking home, I felt angry at myself. Not for failing to show my daughter how much I cared for her, but for actually not caring as much as she would have deserved. At least that's what I thought I felt like at the time. I was under a lot of pressure due to Banny's visit, and I found it hard to think about anything other than work.
Okay, I guess. Alrighty, cool. That'll be it for this episode for now. So far, pretty crazy start, I think, I feel like. Is there anything over here? No. But yeah, otherwise, very interesting start so far. Oh, there's news already? Wow. Sector 2 incident? Oh, okay, we'll read that in the next episode. Or at least briefly go through that one. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Video Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone watching this. Oh no, it says saved 6 minutes ago. You know what? Let me go down until I get a save, I guess. I don't even know where the autosave is. Okay, so we need to go that way. Okay, let me see what's on this side first. I want to get to the save point at least, right? Yeah, it says 6 minutes ago, which I don't want to waste 6 minutes of my time waiting for for myself to get to the next section again. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys in the next episode of Video Minds. Hope you guys have a great, amazing day. Good night to everyone for watching this. Next episode, let's go ahead and talk to the daughter, I guess? I have no clue, really. I don't know. The whole... As I said, I don't know too much of Neil to get a point of knowing if he's the type of guy who's distrustworthy and lying and not committed to... I kind of feel like he wants to be, like, less trustworthy and committed to his whole family's relationship and stuff. Like, I don't know. I really don't. Oh, there's a band. Smoke. Okay, we're just watching a band play, I guess. Also, it says that if I make a choice, it's going to be permanent, it seems. Like, any choice that I make is considered a permanent thing, I guess. Okay, still save 7. Ah, jeez. Come on, game. Come on, game. And I can't manually save, which is worse. I really don't like that it's not a real save, but Laura, I guess, to visit Laura. Oh, the daughter, right? Was it Laura the daughter? It was. Alright. No, it's not. Damn it, I really hate this. I can't do the whole outlining or checking to see my surroundings, I guess. Alright. Jeez, they really are not gonna let me save. Okay, cool. Anyways, whatever. We'll talk to Laura in the next episode. I'll read the article, talk to Laura in the next episode. I really hate that the save is not deliberately in the places that I wish it would save. But whatever. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode or nobody minds, and hope you guys have a great, amazing day, good night, or when you're watching this. So far, pretty interesting start. A lot of things to really digest, but very little substance to kind of gather myself on who's who or what they're thinking about or what kind of characters we're going through. Like, I don't know too much about Neil, don't know much about Catherine, Kat, don't know who Banny character is. I think it's Banny, because I think that they named it very interestingly. Don't know too much about Noah or Mira, like, don't know how they're going to play a role into this whole situation. I still don't know if any of that's going to play a role into what Neil will do in Ghana or Drovia, I think was the name. I'm going to probably forget some of these names in the next episode, because I'm not going to be playing another episode until the next week, because I have my fill for the week. So I have to move on to the next episode in the next week to record the next batch of videos. I usually do that, I guess, for my setup. But otherwise, I'm looking forward to where this is going to go. I really wish to see more about this world, because I think that we're in a different planet again in this particular one. So we'll see. Other than that, Roz, out.